The United Nations defines human rights as right inherent to all human beings, regardless of race, sex, nationality, ethnicity, language, culture, religion, or any other status. Human rights includes the right to life and liberty, freedom from slavery and torture, freedom of opinion and expression, the right to livelihood, and the right to education, and many more. Everyone is entitled to all these rights without discrimination. But who are the defenders of human rights? Human rights defenders are people who are making the world a better and fairer place by promoting and protecting human rights.
And how does one become a defender of human rights? For us, the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians, we have our father Don Bosco, a legendary defender and promoter of rights and dignity of the young people of his time. Industrialization and poverty led many young people to migrate to the city for decent livelihood. For petty crimes, they were put in the prison along with hardcore criminals, thus leading these young minds to develop vicious habits. They were exploited and had to work for 12 to 16 hours in the factories with minimal wages. The oratory was the response of Don Bosco to the needs of the young people, the greatest proof of his effort in defense of human rights. He introduced various trades such as printing press, workshops for the following reasons: to facilitate favorable working conditions, to prevent from moral dangers, to obtain just wage for decent living. Thus, he responded effectively to the physical, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual needs of the young. Saint Mary Domenica Mazzarello was another champion in defense of human rights. She had the inspiration to gather many girls to educate them for the good. Although the boarding students admitted to the school at Mornese were mostly from rural areas, from families with sound human and Christian principles, nevertheless, there was no lack of difficult cases. For instance, Corina had lost her mother. She was intelligent, very sensitive, but stubborn, resistant, and reluctant to pray. Mary Domenica applied the golden rule of the preventive system and surrounded her with loving attentiveness to win her heart by means of gentleness, kindness, and a word in the ear. Corina let herself be touched by the thought of the emptiness that had spread through her life. Today, in our context, almost every day there are chilling instances of violence, ethnic and religious cleansing, heinous torture, child abuse, denial of education, subjugation of women, manslaughter, and several other human rights violations. Despite the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and special covenants provided for the rights of children, women, and disabled, crimes continue to go unhindered and unabated. The soul-searching question is, how can we become a human rights defender in our own space and time? Anyone can be a human rights defender, regardless of the age, occupation, creed, and nationality, because we are good at something, even if it is just lending a hand. So, what are you good at? Can you make a poster, give a speech, start a podcast, draw a comic, sing, dance, act, or organize and participate? Then you have what it takes to be a human rights defender. Because every human rights defenders are everyday people like you who choose to peacefully act against injustice using whatever strength they have. They see something unfair, they take it personally and act. So if you would like to live in a more just and equal world, ask yourself,
Are you a human rights defender? As we are celebrating the 150th anniversary of the foundation of our institute and the 100 years of the arrival of the pioneers to India, we as FMA educators recommit ourselves to promote the realization and protection of civil, social, and cultural rights of individuals so as to bring about a better and a more peaceful world for everyone.